If I get 10 likes on this video, I'll be amazed. Welcome viewers, or welcome back for anyone that's subscribed. It's only going to be a little shorty today, or a little short trip at the moment. We're going to go from here to here, just to get my trailer. So we'll hook back up to this. And I'll show you why I was here. So I need to go from here, I need to go to Kenworth and buy 2 new bolts. Tug test. Get me work boots on. And it's just starting to rain. It doesn't feel like it, but oh, it doesn't look like it, but I can feel it. So I need to get some new bolts. I went to undo these the other week so I could tilt the cab, and this one just completely snapped. So I couldn't undo it anymore. So I need to go and get some new ones. Oh, you can see it's raining now. You can see it a bit on the windscreen. We probably have to sit here a bit and let the oh no, we're rolling. Usually after you hooked up to the trailer you need to feed it with a bit of air so the brakes come off, but no, I wasn't sitting there that long. Unhooked to anyway. I've been wanting to do a story for a while. We could be sitting here for a while. But I didn't want to do this certain story until a certain thing happened. If you want to watch through, you'll understand, I guess, what I'm talking about. Hopefully we can go after this white ute and this white ute. If he goes, I'm going. I'm following you out. I got my dangerous goods license. So it was a little just another little thing I can say that I've got and say that I've done, and you know, opens up other avenues. We do a bit of dangerous goods work here where I'm at, but it's only local stuff. But it'll be like filler-in work, you know, when I get back, and you know, if I get back in on time, and if I want to work the extra stuff, and if the work is there when I'm free. Oh my fuck. Peak hour traffic. So sorry people, this isn't going to be real exciting. But yeah, got my dangerous goods license, or is it's anyone that says their DG license. So anyone's talking about DGs, dangerous goods. Now I went for this. I went to it's only a course. You go and do a 2-day course, and I did this in January. I think it was 18 and 19 of this year. It is currently today. When I actually got the license. So that's the thing. I didn't want to go and say, hey, you know, I've done this and tell you about it, and then for whatever reason I don't get my license. But I've got my license now. I received it in the mail. I think it was like the 25th of April. So January, so it was February, March, April, 3 fucking months. 3 months it took them to process the whole thing. Now, everyone was under the sort of idea that it does take a while. It's fucking pissing down. But it's coming from behind us, so that's why it's not getting real wet on the windscreen. Yeah, you go and do a course. Pretty much the first day you just go in there and it's just learning shitloads. The second day you learn even more shit, but you've got to do a test, and you've actually got to do the test. It's not like other things where your white card or your forklift license. The forklift license you sort of needed to do it and get it right, but it's actually you doing this test. And some of the stuff, I'll tell you, anyone that's done their dangerous goods license, look, if you know everything, okay, I'm going to just say, no one can know everything, because there's that much fucking stuff that goes on in the dangerous goods code. It's fucking ridiculous, like the amount of stuff that you need to know. Now, I was talking to a guy there. He approached me at, no, I don't know what you want to call it, recess, little lunch, play lunch, morning tea, smoko, what the fuck ever it was. It was a little fucking break in the morning time between morning and lunch. I'll call it recess. He approached me and he's like, you Shane? I was like, yeah. Anyway, we got talking, he's watched me videos. I've forgotten your name. It might be Nathan? I can't remember. Fuck, sorry, shoot me. I do remember you. I've waved to you a few times. See you towing around. He tows around. I won't say who he works for, but you know who you are. And tows around the gas tanker. Anyway, yeah. So he said, "Oh yeah, like, I've seen your videos, like watching them and all that." So thank you. If you see me out in the wild, don't be afraid to say hello, or come and tell me that you think I'm an idiot. Either way. Doesn't matter. I mean, unless you want to come at me and you want to start swinging, then that's a different story. But, no, I always appreciate people coming up and saying hi, and, like, he's someone I probably, look, if I didn't go to this meeting thing, or whatever it's called, the dangerous goods course, I probably would have never ever met this guy, but he already knew me a bit. I knew who I was. It's good. And anyway, it might have been the end of day one. I can't remember, it was the end of day one, I'm sure. We ended up talking after the event. After we'd all said, okay, that's enough. Come on, let's fucking call it quits for a day and let's go home and fucking attack this again tomorrow. We've all gone home, and we're standing out in the street. We're fucking chatting there for like an hour, just sharing stories, and he's telling me what he does and I'm telling him what I do, and it's just good to fucking have a chat with another person. Like we do different things, but we do the same thing. We've got the same job, but we do different shit. And yeah, but anyway, so he was doing a refresher course. It's the same thing. It's the same course, but every 5 years you've got to redo it. So he sort of knows what he needs to know, and he's, I assume, been doing, he's been doing his gas tanker for 5 years. Needs to renew his license. Everything else that's associated to every dangerous goods, he needs to know all that for this test, and needs to be able to fill out all these questions and answer everything, even though it's got nothing to do with him. He knows tomorrow he's going and hooking up to that gas tanker and towing around gas and delivering gas, and it's got nothing to do with miscellaneous dangerous goods. It's got nothing to do with petrol. It's got nothing to do with explosives. It's got nothing to do with caustics and bloody paints and fucking degradables, but you've still got to know it all. Same thing with other people. They were going in there, and there was some fucking some petrol guys. They tow around petrol tankers. There was some miscellaneous dangerous goods guys. Me and one of the other fellas there, we were doing it for explosives, because the dangerous goods that we cart are ammonium nitrate is explosive. So in the same sense, I'm sort of learning all this to cart one thing. I'm going to be carting ammonium nitrate, and old mate next to me, or that was sitting in the table in front of me, carting a gas tanker. I don't give a fuck what the fucking gas tank bloody symbol is, and knowing the UN numbers and the emergency response code and what bloody clothing and apparatuses you need for all his stuff, because that's what he does. I'm not even going to hook up to a fucking tanker. I mean, I could in the future, who knows? But for what I'm doing, I've got to know everything. I've got to know what he does, as well as me, as well as the next guy, as well as, everyone else. So there's just so much to go over. You've got to learn absolutely everything, and you've got to do it in a day and a half, because then the second half of the day is a test. Like, the test took us, I reckon, probably, without a lie, the test would have gone for probably at least 6 to 8 hours. Just filling out, and like, you'd flick over a sheet and then you'd fill it out, and then you fill out the other side, and then you flip over another sheet, and you keep going. You're like, is this book getting any fucking thinner? Because it doesn't feel like it. It was just kept going on and on, and I was like, oh my god, like, are we even gonna? And then you just got to get marked. So anyway, through all that, what you do with your dangerous goods is, after you're deemed successful by the trainer, the one that holds the course, after he deems, okay, you've passed this knowledge test, you've got to, he forwards that on to whoever it is that needs to be forwarded onto, and then you need to submit all this stuff online. Your proof of identity. You don't need a driver's license, because like, you can work in a warehouse and have a dangerous goods thing. If you're working in a warehouse that has dangerous goods, you need to have it. So the thing is, you don't need a driver's license, but you need forms of ID. Okay, so I was like, okay, well, my driver's license, that's my form of ID. And I'm going to be very amazed, but very pissed off, if some fucking cocksucker goes up that left lane there from behind me just to go through, because pretty much right on the other side of that this roundabout here, that left lane just ends straight away. So if someone does that, they are public enemy number one. But so you've got to submit all this fucking crap online, and I've done me that. You need an up-to-date medical, and I was like, oh yes. Now for anyone that's excuse me, anyone that's sort of followed along for a while, I had to get a medical when I upgraded my license to for B doubles, and I was like, oh, fucking perfect time. I've already got a medical, up-to-date medical. And you gotta, it was just a fucking whole heap of things, a fucking sheet you fill out, and anyway, it was you sort of forget about it, you know, like you send it off, you submit it and all that, and then you just randomly think one day, you're like, I wonder how that thing's going, you know, are they ever going to get back to me? Anyway, I randomly get an email one day. Oh no, sorry, it was a phone call first. I'm going to be amazed if that fucking blue cocksucker behind me doesn't do it. I don't know if you can see in that mirror there, but there's that blue ute already trying to fucking stick his nose out like he's going to go into this lane. I'm not going to block that lane off. Yeah, what did I tell you? I'm not going to block that lane off because people do need to turn left here on occasion. He ain't turning left. He ain't got his indicator on. You fucking wank fucking cum stain. Fucking piece of faggot. I knew someone would do it, and usually it's if one person does it, then there becomes like a little fucking herd of sheep. Oh, he did that, let's go, let's fucking go and do that. No, it's stupid. So yeah, I randomly got a phone call from whoever it was. Hi, is this Shane? He said, yes, speaking. We just need another copy of your driver's license. So I was like, I need another copy of my driver's license. Okay. She said, I've emailed you a thing. There's another one. A fucking Uber driver. Of course it'd be a fucking Raj driving in a fucking Uber. Holy moly, it's coming down now. I hope no one lets him in. I wouldn't. Getting very sidetracked from here. But, yeah, so... Yeah, oh, we need another copy of your driver's license. Sent you an email. Said, yeah, okay, sweet. Not a problem. Who's this idiot? Where'd he come from? Don't let him in! You letting him in makes him think that he can do it all the time! Oh, well, anyway. So, I checked the email and it says, can you please resend your medical? And I was like, I've had a phone call about my driver's license and I've got an email saying about my medical. What the fuck do I do? So I just took a photo of both. I took a photo of my medical and I took a photo of my driver's license. I just fucking put them, attached both like to the thing and I sent it off. It was like another 2 or 3 weeks after that, and I get a phone call. Oh, hi, is this Shane? Yeah, speaking. And he said, oh, we just need another copy of your medical. And I was like, I've already sent that through. I got a call a couple weeks back, and you sent a copy of my driver's license. I looked, and it was a copy, and then it said medical, so I just sent both through. And she said, oh, I don't really know. We haven't received anything. I said, well, I've sent it. I said, okay, well, just send me an email and I'll email it through again. You know, I'll reply to whatever email you send me. And it was the same person that sent me the bloody message last time, sent me the email. It wasn't the same email chain, but they sent me an email and it came from the same address. So I was like, I know you've got it. I know you've got my email. So anyway, I took a new photo of the medical. They didn't mention anything about the driver's license this time. So anyway, sent them a photo of a new thing of the medical. And you know what, again, it was like another 2 weeks later, I get another, just a random email. It wasn't a phone call this time, a random email. Hello, Shane. Can you please rectify this? And they've highlighted on their copy of the email that I've sent them, on the medical, it says current class of license, HC. And then they've circled on my driver's license, MC. So I'm like, fuck's sake. How stupid is this? Can no one fucking read? Like, first of all, you don't even need a driver's license to hold your dangerous goods. Like I said, you can work at a warehouse without a driver's license and have your dangerous goods license. But because I used my driver's license as a form of ID, and they've looked at it and it says MC, multi-combination, and the medical I got said HC, heavy combination, but under that one line, under where it says current class of license, HC, it says, is this medical due to the upgrade of a license going to MC, multi-combination? And they selected yes. So I wrote to them, I just copied that whole line, paste, and I said, this medical was used as a license upgrade 3 months or 2 months ago, or whenever it was, and this was accepted by Transport for New South Wales. Do I have to have a new medical because it is exactly it's the same medical? Like, regardless of what class license you have, you're just getting a fitness to drive, like a medical to say that you're fit. You know, you don't have any. You can see, you can smell, you can hear, you can fucking walk, all that fucking just standard stuff. And you're going to make me go and get a new one just so it says the same thing on my driver's. Anyway, long story short, we're already going pretty long here. But long story short, they didn't reply to that email. I just got an email like a week and a half after that saying, "Dear Shane, congratulations. Your application for a dangerous goods license has been approved." So I was like, oh, okay, well finally, like, common sense prevails and you're going to let me use that same fucking medical, which is, it's fine. It was an MC medical, and then you're just going to have a carry on because it said HC instead of MC on the fucking paperwork. But anyway, look, I got it. I didn't want to go out and, you know, say, hey, I got this and doing that. If in case, for whatever reason, you submit all this and for whatever reason I didn't get it. Now, along with, we're going to have to swing it out here. We're swinging it out. You're going to have to fucking go out. That bloke in the fucking blue one there. Otherwise, I'm going to hit them fucking barriers. They've really fucked up that whole intersection. Along with my dangerous goods license, I got an unsupervised, I think it's called a USI. I can't remember what it fucking stands for. But it's so you can cart a whole different range of fucking dangerous goods. So all the dangerous goods that you can carry, it didn't cover what I'm going to be carrying. It doesn't cover ammonium nitrate and fucking explosives. So you need to get another fucking ticket, another fucking thing on top of your dangerous goods to cart the fucking shit. And that's another fucking, it's another thing that you need to send away and apply for and do all this fucking stuff. You need to have a police check, which I got no dramas with that. But it took even fucking longer. I only got an email about that, or a text message, sorry. I got a text message about that this week, which is the end of April. And it was the 18th and 19th of January that I did all this. So it was probably like the end of January, which because that was on a Saturday and Sunday, and then I left for work, so I was away all that week. So it was the weekend after that I actually sat down at the computer and had to send through all the stuff. So it was probably like either the end of January or the start of February that I submitted all this paperwork and fucking all the stuff, and it took like 3 fucking months. I mean, if they were that savvy and that sort of checking up with everything, maybe there wouldn't be so many fucking accidents out in the roads. You know, like, dangerous goods has nothing to do with people's driving. But if there was more scrutiny and like harder fucking ways for people to get into trucks and cars and bikes and fucking everything else and buses, then maybe you wouldn't have so many people that can't fucking read and write English, doesn't know what this fucking street sign says on the fucking road. Anyway, little story about inside the classroom. We had one of them there. We had one there. He had a turban on, and day 2 he decided that he wanted to wear a fucking high vis one. That was something different. It's fucking bright orange, but that's fine. You know, people can say what you know they want, and they wear whatever they want. That's fine. But yeah, he had a moment where it was near the start of the whole fucking course, and like that just sort of set the fucking standard for the day. Was he was just going like, this is the guy that held the class, going around and asking people. There was probably 30 of us in the class. He's like, you answer this and you answer that, and can anyone tell me? And he was just asking random things, you know, seeing where we're all at and saying, okay, how much do we know? What do we know? What don't we need to learn because everyone knows it? Or, you know, what do we need to touch on? And he was just asking random things. Anyway, pulls up the big board of, you know, the dangerous goods. Anyway, the placard. It's a shape like that. So it's exaggerated. It's a shape like that on the front of the truck. Anyway, he goes, okay, you, what shape must your sign be that displays what you've got on? What shape must that be? He's like, square? It must be a square? He's like, no, what shape is this? And he's pointing to one. He's got to display one full size right in his fucking classroom. What shape is this? And he's, square? That's a square? He goes, not unless you fucking rolled your truck. And he goes, oh, well, you know, maybe you might roll your truck. It's a fucking diamond, okay? It must be a diamond. But, can we still turn off the main road here? Because we need to just go up here. I'm just going to be betting on us being able to turn off the main road, which I'm sure we can. I think they finished all the roadworks right out the front of the driveway. But we're going to turn into Gilbert's up here. Oh, and we're probably going to get fucking wet when we have to walk into the shop. No doubt. But I need to go and see if they have any more fucking eye bolts in here. Yeah, I'm going to get fucking soaked here, fellas. Look, can I still turn in there? Oh, yep. Oh, where can I park? Well, let's get out of here. That didn't get us anything. I'm not going back out that way, I'm going out the back way here. They didn't have them. Because it's an aftermarket bull bar and not a stock factory one from Kenworth, they don't have the fucking right bolts for me. So I don't know. We'll have to work it out at a later date. A very random sort of fucking blabber on video. So sorry about that. But yeah, not a lot to tell you about the dangerous goods really, but I've got it now. I've been approved for the, like I said, what the unsupervised carrying of explosives. Just waiting for it all to come in the mail. They send you emails and text messages to say that you've got it. And I've actually received, well, I've received the dangerous goods one. I'm just waiting for the other one. Received a text message and it says it could be up to 3 weeks. Why would it take 3 weeks to fucking send it out in the mail? I don't know. Yeah. Oh, there was someone else I could go on about that was at the classroom at the testing. I tell you what, this bloke was well, actually, everything that fucking got said the whole 2 days, this guy had a story. And it had to be bigger, better, faster, and fucking 2 times as fucking dangerous. He was trying to tell, at some points, he was trying to tell the teacher, if you want to call him a teacher, the instructor, whatever, the guy that was holding the fucking whole thing. This guy that didn't have a fucking dangerous goods license was trying to tell him that he was wrong at times. Oh no, I think it was always, I think you'll find if you look up the definition of, and I was like, just shut the fuck up, would ya? I'm actually trying to learn something here because I've got to fill this shit out in the fucking paper tomorrow, and if you keep fucking talking, I don't know what I'm learning. I mean, I do remember from 3 months ago, well actually I think if you look up the definition of this, then you'll find that in the book of Oxford's dictionary it says this and this and this. Mate, shut your fucking mouth so we can all fucking learn, can you? Oh, hey, if that guy watches this, sorry. But mate, I wasn't the only one saying it. Maybe you should just shut up and listen for a while. Are we about to go? Yeah. So the hunt continues for these bolts. They're not going to fall out. I couldn't undo them. I think I told you back at the start of the video, I wanted to wash the cab, so I tried to tilt the cab up, and yeah, the fucking snapped, so we need a new one. Yeah, very random video. Sorry about that. Tell me, what courses have you done? I don't even care what it is. Hairdressing, have you got your dangerous goods? I can't even, I've gone totally fucking mental blank at the moment. Just tell me what courses you've done. Surely you've done a course, a first aid course. Have you done your fucking circular pulmonary resuscitation course, CPR course? Have you done a drink driving course? Because you got caught drink driving 7 times and then the only way to stop going to jail was doing a fucking safe driver's course. Have you done one of them? I don't know. Just tell me. What courses have you done? Anyway, that's all. I'm not even going to keep blabbing on. This one's just been a fucking complete ramble. If I get 10 likes on this video, I'll be amazed. Anyway, if you've watched all this way, you haven't already followed along, just hit subscribe. look, you've watched it probably over half an hour at this point. Why have you watched half an hour and not subscribed? Thank you very much. Take care, stay safe, and look, I want to say I really hope I have a better one next time. Sorry about this one. Bye now.